I lost 11 inches across my abdomen, waist, hips, and thighs. That too without any weight loss. Within just 7 days at Nirvana Naturopathy Center near Nashik. We had gone there as a family for a week of reset and health rejuvenation. 7 days of clean eating, fixed meal timings, yoga, meditation, daily cleansing, daily naturopathy treatments, and just full focus on health. And we could see visible impact of naturopathy not just on us but also on people around us. Naturopathy works on a very simple principle that our body is highly intelligent and can take care of itself. But its ability gets impacted by the constant noise and overstimulation, poor eating, poor lifestyle, stress, anxiety. We remove that noise long enough and the body responds very, very fast. And that is exactly what happened with me. Nirvana is situated near Nashik, roughly 3 hours from Mumbai, right in the middle of the forest. Lot of open spaces, lush green environment with lot of flowers, a sports turf, gaushala, yoga deck next to the river, and walking tracks all around the property. No city noise, very minimal stimulation. And a fixed schedule running from 5 in the morning till 10, packed with things all tailored to boost our health. Nirvana sets the conditions very well for the body to rejuvenate. But what is important is to understand what those conditions are based on, and that is the science called naturopathy. Many of us completely dismiss naturopathy or misunderstand it. But having gone through this process twice and having understood the basics, it actually makes a lot of sense and has become the first port of call for me and my family's health. See, modern medicine was designed to create immediate relief for acute or emergency problems. But a lot of our health issues today in India as well as globally are chronic, created by a sustained set of wrong inputs, be it food, water, air, lifestyle, anxiety, stress, whatever it is. And applying an acute or short-term solution to this long-term problem is a wrong model. The problem was caused by wrong inputs, and so the right response has to be to fix those inputs. And naturopathy is entirely built on that principle. You will be surprised to know that this thousands of years old Indian healing practice and a healing system built by a 19th century German doctor both rely on the same underlying principle. And modern science also supports that. It's called Panchabhuta in Indian, which means that our body is made up of 5 elements: air, water, fire, earth, and space. It sounds old school, but is actually very, very logical. Our bones, our tissue, all the solid structure in the body is basically earth or prithvi. Blood and other body fluids are water or jal. The body heat or cellular metabolism is basically fire or agni. The oxygen that we breathe and other dissolved gases inside our body are air or vayu. And finally, intercellular spaces or cavities inside our body is space or akash. A German scientist named Sebastian built a similar healing practice in the 19th century. 5 pillars with water at the center. It is now on UNESCO Intangible Heritage List, and there are clinical trials published in BMJ as well. There are programs at the Cleveland Clinic of USA, University of Arizona, Mayo Clinic, which all talk about restoring systemic balance as a gateway to health, not just suppressing symptoms. So next time someone tells you that traditional medicine has no science behind it, this is the answer. And in sync with this principle, every protocol at Nirvana is aimed at connecting us back to those 5 elements. Treatments include mud therapies or mud packs, which connect us to earth. There are a lot of water-based treatments because water is the dominant element in our body. Then there are hot cold packs, castor oil packs, which work through heat. And of course, yoga and pranayama, focusing on air and space. So hopefully the dots are connecting now. And is it starting to make a bit more logical sense? Typical day at Nirvana starts with a knock on the door at 5 a.m., followed by Shuddhi Kriyas or morning cleansing, a walk, yoga by the river, followed by breakfast, a round of naturopathy treatments, lunch, another round of naturopathy treatments, followed by meditation or pranayama in the evening, and a health talk after dinner, and back to bed by 10. Food is considered medicine in naturopathy, and at Nirvana, the diet is beautifully tailored to each individual's needs. In fact, it is amazing how the kitchen manages to customize each and every meal for every person staying there. I want to clear this misconception where a lot of people feel that naturopathy is about starving yourself. No, it is not. I was not on any weight loss diet, so I had full meals starting from fruits and juices in the morning to protein salads, normal salads, enough vegetables, paneer, millet chapatis, herbal teas, juices, snacks. What changed for me was not the quantity but the quality of food and fixed timings and the way I was lot more relaxed while consuming that food, which made all the difference, not just for me, but for most people who were there. My sinus issue calmed down and my gut situation also felt visibly better. One very important intervention I did was internal cleansing through something called LSP, Lagu Shank Prakshalan, which is a traditional Indian cleansing practice where you drink 8 to 10 glasses of lemon water interspersed with some exercises in between, and within the next few hours the body starts cleaning from top to bottom completely. It completely flushes out your full digestive system, clears old accumulated mucus and resets your gut in a way. But please be cautious, this is not to be done unsupervised at all. So now that you know about the place and what we did there for 7 days, let me come back to answer the question from the opening. 11.5 inches off from my body, but zero weight loss. How? The answer primarily lies in reduced inflammation. You can almost understand it from an example of a sponge in the bucket. Because of the inflammation, my gut or the sponge holds water, but when it is squeezed because of the right inputs, the water releases from the sponge but stays inside the bucket or the body system. I have chronic or long standing low grade inflammation in my gut and also because of my sinus. So during inflammation, our body's immune system triggers. It makes the walls of our cells inside our body bit more porous. And so the cellular fluids start to leak out to address the problem that the immune system perceives. And that continuous signal of inflammation keeps those fluids out. And during those 7 days, as this alarm signal quietened down because of the external environment as well as the change in inputs, the fluid which was being held because of the inflammation gradually cleared out. And that is what showed up in the loss in inches. What those 7 days gave back to us as a family was elimination of noise and forcing us to listen to our bodies more. So once back in Bombay, a few things that we are consciously trying to do. Number one, listening to our body's signals a bit more. Hunger, fatigue, heaviness, improvement after movement, and so on. We stopped listening to these signals because of all the noise around, and Nirvana allowed us to refocus on those. Number two, improved daily schedule in sync with the circadian rhythm. So waking up consistently between 6 to 7 versus no fixed pattern earlier, and in the bed by 10:30 versus the midnight earlier. Number three, physical activity. 7 days of morning yoga at Nirvana gave us a change. We are now focusing on making it a habit by doing physical activity every day in the morning. 3 days of fixed yoga and 3 to 4 days of swimming on schedule, not whenever motivation hits us. I'm not here to suggest that you go and book a 7 day naturopathy visit. That's not the point. What those 7 days at Nirvana reinforced was the thought process that body is amazing, has a great capability to rejuvenate, and our focus towards our health has to start with prevention and focus on inputs rather than just treating symptoms. Even a small difference but sustained over time will create an outsized impact. Have a good day.